Good morning, TCA 7th grade. Today's Tuesday, and I'm just giving you a quick update on some things that are happening this week. We've got some assignments I want to go over. We got some comments I got from some of the teachers when we met with all the 7th grade teachers last week. But I'll try and keep this short. It is early, and I apologize. But assignments for science this week. I'm kind of ramping it up a little bit more than I did last week, but it should all be very similar and things you know how to do well and you can knock out pretty well. Some of you already have, I know, because I got some emails on Monday. There is a quiz over the readings from last week. You're allowed to use your book on the quiz, but you can't use a partner, a sibling, a parent, the internet. I actually had some trouble because I thought I locked the internet, but I ended up locking way more things on the quiz. So if you had some troubles yesterday, I apologize. I should have fixed it. Now we're just kind of going on the trust system that everything you should need is going to be found in your book. And if I see answers that look really odd, like they came from the internet, it's going to be really easy for me to not give credit for those. So use your book or just use what you know from your reading because it's all straight from the book. So that quiz is happening. And then we're going to have similar assignments on Tuesday and Wednesday. I want you to read a section. We're moving into the next unit, into weather. And so I want you to read 5.2.1 and then watch a Edpuzzle video over that. And so I've assigned that in Google Classroom. Make sure to watch that, and that's going to be a completion grade watching that video. Make sure to watch all the way to the end. Some of you are still getting that 90% mark because you're not watching it all the way to the end. Even if you cut out 4 seconds early, it won't give you credit, okay? Make sure you get that 100% for a completion grade. So that's for Tuesday. Today, Wednesday is very similar. I want you to read 5.2.2 over air pressure. And there's 2 Edpuzzle videos I want you to watch. And I think they're really cool. They're kind of demonstrations on what happens with air pressure. And I think it'll make more sense when you watch those videos. If you want to recreate what happens in the video, there's one that's done with an egg, and then there's one that's done with like a water balloon. If you can recreate safely, see my emphasis on safely, with parent involvement, and you must get permission before you do it because I don't want you just messing around because it does involve heating pressure, and so you'd have to burn some paper and do it in a glass bottle. Again, if you haven't watched the video, they're really cool to watch. If you want to try to recreate it, it can be fairly safe, but you can also do it very incorrectly and get hurt, okay? So reach out to me if you have some questions on that, but I'd love to reward you with a prize, I don't know, Sonic drink, something. And I mean like deliver it to you because I really do think it'd be cool for you guys to try it, but hear my warning on safety, okay? So watch those videos. Those are assigned for Wednesday, but you have access to them now. And then Thursday, we're going to do something we did similar to last week. I want you to read a couple of lessons, 5.2.3, 5.2.4, and then either answer one of the lesson reviews if you're doing it by yourself, or send me a picture of you and your partner on FaceTime, Google Meet, that you read them together and discussed the questions. But that's all I've got. As far as the teachers and what we met about, the biggest thing is it was week 1. And so I know most of us were getting our wheels turning. And now we should kind of understand what's going on there. Make sure you're checking your email regularly. Make sure you're checking Google Classroom regularly. We feel like some people are still not doing that. They're missing some stuff. Also, make sure you set up the notifications in your Google Classroom so that you get email alerts. Because some of you, we think when we add something in the middle of the week, you're missing that too. So do everything you need to, guys. This is still school. I heard a lot of you like how it's going because it's a little bit easier and you're able to be at home and you can kind of do it at your own pace. But some of us are still dropping the ball a little bit. Not a lot, but we just want to kind of make sure we catch that early before we move on, okay? So if you have any questions about that, or if you feel like you're one of those people, reach out. I can set up a Google Meet. We can do some one-on-one to make sure you know everything you need to know. And then lastly is, I know Mrs. Johnston felt this way. I know I felt this way. I think maybe Coach Baker, but some of the quality we think you guys are just rushing through it, that you're just trying to either knock it out, or maybe you waited until the last hour before the assignment was due and you're trying to rush through it. Some of it was fantastic. Some of you guys are doing a really great job. Most of you are. But others of you, that if you know who you are, that you tend to procrastinate, I know I can do that, right? I know it's very easy to do, but we're also seeing a connection that if you procrastinate, the quality isn't as good as we know you can do, because we don't expect long essays, but let's put a little bit more effort, plan ahead to make sure that stuff is happening. But that was the biggest thing from the teachers. We do have a big kind of project type thing coming out for week 3. We're getting that together this week, and we'll send that out so you guys can start brainstorming some ideas. We think it should be fun, and maybe a little bit different than what you're normally used to, but be looking for that. It'll involve all the classes together. So it should be a lot of fun. Come to the Google Meets. I'd love to see you. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Bye.